Hello, this video is for Mrs. Vaughn's 7th grade math class. This is the introduction to section 1.2. This lesson is for Tuesday, August 31st. Section 1.2 covers addition and subtraction, which is nothing new to you guys. So again, we're still in review mode, but I gave you guys a vocabulary worksheet. So I'd like for you to have that handy and fill it out as we go through this. And then we will go over the answers at the end. First, I would like to go and do a quick lesson opener just to kind of get our brains thinking in the right direction, review a little bit of the things we learned in section 1.1, or reviewed rather. So first for our lesson opener, what is the meaning of addition? So think about that when you add something, you are joining together two or more things, or you are uniting. So this is join together or unite. The meaning of subtraction, and we use the meaning actually a lot of times when we use subtraction, the meaning is to take away or to reduce. So we might say 5 take away 4 equals 1, and we're subtracting 4 from 5. So take away, reduce. All right, and then a little bit of review from last section. Write the expanded form of 5,294. As you remember, we have the standard form, which is what you see here. We have written form, where we would write out the words, and then we have expanded form. So in expanded form, we're actually multiplying each number times a power of 10, and then adding those together. And it really is just a way to remind you of what we call the different placement values in a number. So when you look at this, let's go back to the beginning. So 5 times what represents the 5's place? Well, that's in the thousands. So, excuse me, 5 times 1,000. The 2 is in the hundreds place. So it's 2 times 100. The 9 is in the tens place, and the 4 is in the ones place. All right, so let's get into the actual lesson. So first, we're going to talk about addition. Addition, there's some vocabulary around these I want y'all to be familiar with. When we are adding two numbers together, those numbers, or two or more, all those numbers are called add-ins. And then the solution to an addition problem is called the sum. And the reason that all of the add-ins are called the same term is because it really doesn't matter what order you add these numbers up together. You will get the same solution, the same sum. So if I did 57 plus 48, I'm going to get the same answer as I did at 48 plus 57. And then let's look at a quick example. At the top of page 9, they do give you the steps for adding whole numbers. So these are great to have in your notes if you need them for a review. I know that a lot of people typically need their steps available for subtraction, but I think addition is not a bad idea either. So for example here, they give us 1,425 plus 966 plus 1,703. All right, so first you add the ones, or you add the numbers in the one spot. There are 14 ones. We have 5 plus 6, which is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. So 10 of them will be regrouped and named as 110. That's why we bring the 4 down, because that's in the one spot. And then we carry the 1, that's our 10, over to the 10 spot. So then we turn around and add the 10s, including the 110 that we renamed. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, you'll notice it doesn't matter what order you add them in. So I started with the biggest number in the tens column, which is the 6, and then I added 2 plus 1. So I start with the biggest number, so I'm kind of adding the smaller ones to it. That's just easier for my brain. And 9 is less than 10, so we don't need to add anything to the hundred spot. So let's go ahead and add the numbers in our hundreds. Oops, pen's not behaving, which is right here. So again, I'm going to start with my 9. So for me, 9 plus 4 is 13. And then 13 plus 7 is 20. So we have 20 in the hundredths spot, and it takes 10 100ths to make 1,000. Therefore, 20 hundreds is the equivalent to 2,000s and no hundreds. So we're going to leave a 0 there because it's actually nothing in the hundred spot now, but we just carried 2 thousands over to the thousand spot. So that's 2, 3, 4, and our solution or our sum is 4,094. All right, so let's go ahead. You've got some examples there. I don't feel like we need to go through those one by one. I would like for you to pause the video and do skill check 1 on page 9, and then have your answers ready. I'm going to give you the answers at the end of the video. But please do yourself a favor, try this on your own and see how you do. And then I'll give you the answer so that you can see where you might get messed up. All right, let's go and move on to subtraction for now. So our subtraction vocabulary, you'll notice is that we have the minuend minus the subtrahend gives us the difference. So the name of the solution to a subtraction problem is called a difference. And you'll also notice that the number that you're subtracting from, let me say this right. Let's just do it this way. The minuend and subtrahend have 2 very different names. And that's important when you look at the example we did up here with addition, where addition, you can do it in any order. With subtraction, you can't do that. 52 minus 101 is a very different number. So in this case, we have 2 minus 1 is 1. 5 minus 0 is 5. And then what's 0 minus 1? This actually gives us a solution of negative 51. So very different answer than a positive 49, which is our correct answer. So that's why you need to be very careful with subtraction. The top number or the first number in a subtraction problem is your minuend, and then you subtract your subtrahend from that to get the correct solution. Okay, again, they give you the subtracting whole numbers step by step. The example we have here is 5,349 minus 3,857. All right, so first, again, you subtract the ones. 9 take away 7 is 2. And then you rename 100 as 10 tens. So increases the number of tens to 14. So the way we do that, so we take 100, 100 is 10 tens. So we take 100 here. So instead of 300, that's 200. And we add it to the 4, which makes that a 14. So 14 take away 5, we can do. That gives us 9. And then we subtract, so we subtract the tens. Then we need to rename the 1,000 as 10 hundredths because we can't do 2 take away 8. So let's take 1,000 away from the 5,000. That becomes 4,000. And then we add it to the 2, and that becomes 12. So that's really 1,200 minus 800. So that gives us 400. And then we're left with 4,000 minus 3,000, which we can do. That gives us 1,000. And we end up with our final solution or difference of $1,492. Numbers. Sorry, I've already done too many videos today. All right. There are ways to check your subtraction. I'll let you look at that if you would like, but we're not going to go over that today. So again, go ahead and do skill check 2 as well. Practice your subtraction. I'll give you the solutions at the end and see how you do. Just do, for right now, just do 1 through 4 on that. All right, I'm going to give you guys some additional problems to look at as well. These are not in your book, so jot these down in your notes as additional. Can't talk and write at the same time. Problems, so that you have them as some examples to review and go over when you're studying for quizzes and tests. So for this first part, we're finding sums. Right, so I have 3,209 plus 8,405. I haven't left myself much room here. I think we know that this is sums because we're adding. I'm going to erase that so we have a room. All right, so again, we add our tens first. 9 plus 5 is more than 10. That's going to give us 14. So we bring down the 4 because it's in the ones place, and we carry the 10 to the tens place. Well, this is 1 plus 0 plus 0, so that 10 comes right on down. We don't carry anything over. 4 plus 2 is 6. Again, you can see I started with my larger number because I'm adding, so it doesn't matter the order. And it's easier for me to go 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. Easy enough. All right, and whoa, oh, I love when it does that. Sorry. All right, so again, the thousands place, we have 8 plus 3, which is 11. And we can just write that as 11,000 because we're done. And that's our solution. Number 2. Oh goodness, my cat is biting my toe. Wow. She doesn't like that I'm ignoring her and making videos instead. 14,083 plus 78,315. I'm going to go ahead and write all of these out. 467 plus 284 plus 953. Okay. We'll go that far. Okay. Feel free to pause this, give them a try on your own, see how you do. All right, for number 2, same thing. We start with our ones. 3 plus 5 is 8. It's not greater than 10, so we don't carry anything. 8 plus 1 is 9. Same thing. 0 plus 3 is 3. Keep your comma. 8 plus 4 is 12. So we need to bring down the 2 because that's 12,000. Carry the 1 from the 10,000. And 7, 8, 9. Our solution is 92,398. All right, last one here. All right, we've got 3 numbers. So again, no big deal. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. So we bring down the 4, oops, don't erase, and carry the 10 part of 14 over to the tens place. All right, so 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. So again, it's a 0 in the tens place, and we carry that 2 to the hundreds place because 20 tens is 200. Okay. All right, so 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. And carry that 1 to the thousands place. So we have our solution. Okay. So let's do 4. These are differences. So these are subtractions. 700 minus 287. 8,417 minus 3,529. All right, and then, well, we'll do one more. 30,020 minus 15,930. All right, so again, pause, try. Let's see how you did. Number 4. All right, so we have all zeros here. So we're going to need to take away. This becomes 6. This becomes a 9. And this becomes a 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 9 works, so 9 take away 8 is 1. And 6 works. 6 take away 2 is 4. So we end up with a solution of 413. So we had to go all the way to the hundreds place, take away 100, and turn it into 90 and 10 in order to solve that one. All right, number 5. Okay, 7, we already know 7 is going to be less than 9. So we borrow this 10. So that becomes a 0. The 7 becomes a 17. 17 take away 9 is 8. Our next one is 0 take away 2. That's not going to work. So take a 3 from here. And that 0 becomes a 10. Right? I feel like that's not right, but I think it's right. All right, 10 take away 2 is 8. And now we have a 3 take away a 5. That's not going to work either. So let's borrow from our 8. That becomes a 7, borrow from our thousands. And then this becomes a 13. 13 take away 5 is 8. And we're done. We're left with our 7. 7 take away 3 is 4. And our solution is 4,888. Okay, last one. 0 take away 0 is 0. Easy peasy. The 2 needs to become a 12. So we borrow from, so how would we do this? So we want to borrow from that. That becomes a 9. And so this becomes 12. 12 take away 3 is 9. 9 take away 9 is 0. And now we're stuck again. 0, we can't subtract 5 from 0, so that 0 has to become a 10. And the 3 becomes a 2. 10 take away 5 is 5. And 2 take away 1 is 1. And we're left with our solution. Wait, I didn't do something right. Oh, shoot. I do that all the time. See? Even when we make mistakes. Sorry, that needs to become a 9. Because 9 take away 5 is 4. I knew I was doing something wrong. That still becomes a 2. Sorry. So we then have a solution of 14,090. Okay. Just one more additional problem that I want us to look at. And this is sort of at the end of this, but we need to perform the indicated operations. And what I'm going to do is I'm write this is 529 minus 263 plus 178. All right, so what do we do here? Hopefully everybody remembers, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That means parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and then addition and subtraction. So the big thing we're looking at here is this guy right here. These parentheses mean that the subtraction problem is what we need to do first because it's been surrounded by, oh, go away, cat, surrounded by parentheses. And so we have to finish that first. Then we add the 178 to that solution. So let's do that. Step 1, 529 minus 263. 9 take away 3 is 6. 4, 12. Yeah, 12 take away 6 is 6. And 4 take away 2 is 2. So we are left with 266 plus 178. So step 2, 266 plus 178 gives us 14. So we carry our 1. That becomes 14. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So carry another 1, 2, 3, 4. And our final solution is 444. Okay. All right. So like I promised, let me go ahead and give you the answer to the skill checks, and then I'll give you the homework assignment. So for skill check 1, number 1, your solution should be 9,262. Solution for number 2 is 207,408. Number 3 is 21,430. And that humongous one there, and number 4 is 64,451,663. All right, and then the solution for skill check 2. Number 1, the difference was 2,585. Number 2, the difference was 214. Number 3, the difference was 4,334. And then number 4, the difference was 137,657. So hopefully you got all those right. If you didn't, let me know. We'll go over them again when we all get back in the classroom together and can kind of go over a review. Your homework is page 11, numbers 1 through 25. Odd only. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Skip the even ones. And then I think I tacked a few others on the end just to see how y'all do. Number 35 and number 37. Look at those. So give that a try. We'll go over it tomorrow, as well as review for our quiz on Thursday, I think. And you guys have your parents reach out to me, or you reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.